Recording in progress.
Your gut's still going with that, the changes, Murray in and such.
Yeah, yeah, it's not often you make changes after wins, but I think in the big picture of what we're doing here, it's appropriate to get Murray in and make that change.
His first chance this year, what do you want to see from him today?
I want to see him relax and play his game. He's surrounded by guys that are in a rhythm, who've played, and we hope that's good enough support that he can relax and play hard. But for him, it's pretty obvious, a straight line game, and corners, goal line to the front of the net, and he has an intelligence. He's a smart hockey player. He reads situations well. He gets pucks to where they need to be. He senses goal scoring opportunities, and he's improved his skating. So all of that, there's lots of intrigue in getting him in the lineup, and I'm glad we can.
Kyle and Zemgus obviously have created a lot. What do you hope to see Jeff do with that?
Yeah, I just think that I'd like to put those three veteran guys, together, and I think Jeff has done some things really, really well, and it just seemed like a fit to try. We didn't obviously have a fire sale with lines. We just tweaked a few things. Hinnes, and Bjork played together at Notre Dame. They have a camaraderie much like Asplund and Olofsson, so I figured we try that, and it's a long season, so it's almost when you guys watch practice, everybody likes playing with anybody and everybody. So even in practices, we mix things up, and they do on their own, just for the fun of it. So I think there's familiarity, even though we've made some adjustments.
Do you get the sense with Jeff that if he gets off to a good start in a game, it seems to be a night where he's engaged, and if he's not real engaged early, you don't see a lot from him? Has that kind of been the pattern you've seen?
Yeah, I don't know if I've picked up on that pattern, but I can't argue against it. But I'm watching him more on the technical side, and all these guys on the technical side, and I think that goes with anybody. When they're feeling it, you can see it, and maybe when they're not feeling it, you see you see them skating differently, moving differently. But I like, to this point in the season, I feel he's been great. Jeff has, and I'm intrigued by seeing him with a couple of veteran players now, because we know how smart and efficient Okposo and Gergensen's have been, and Jeff's got a lot of that in his game. He's got a different understanding of the game now, and he's worked at it the last 6 months. So there's a lot of intrigue there for me.
I forget which player said it the other night, but he mentioned that the West Coast games are usually a heavier game. Is that still the case? Is it still a different?
Boy, we haven't been out west in so long, and I haven't even watched West in so long. But yeah, I mean, through the LA Kings era of winning cups, it absolutely was. And Anaheim, they were two teams that really took a lot of pride, and then obviously the teams out here had to respond to that because they were top of the league. So yeah, but. Just the game now just seems so fast everywhere. There's heavy guys within lineups, but it seems like the game is so much speed. I mean, the teams that have won the cup the last few years, there's been a lot of speed.
Don, we talked a lot the last couple of days about how good it is to get out and bond and have a trip like this. And then you get the news last night out of San Jose, which is where you're going next. There's 7 people in protocol. How sobering is that, and how much, as nice as things are loose, do you still have to have that in the back of your mind and make sure everybody's doing what they need to do the right way? It
is in the back of your mind, and it's exactly what you think of when you see teams lose players. There's this is such an elusive thing, this whole pandemic and the spread of it, that you feel for teams like that, because there's such a randomness to it. It could happen anywhere, and you can't catch it right away, and before you know it, in their situation, they're down multiple players and guys in the coaching staff, and it is nerve-wracking, I think, for everybody in the league. Still.
I think we got one on Zoom.
Hi, Don. As far as Brent Murray goes, I guess you were just talking about him, but what kind of impression did he leave in training camp? It seemed like he took like another step even after playing in the NHL last year, and it seemed like he would be up sooner than later. I guess just the impression he left you.
Yeah, the impression he left is why he was here and why he was the first called up. He took the 2 games that he played at the end of last year into his summer training. He came into the season with some hindsight of, how big, strong, fast, efficient you need to play in the NHL, and maybe what his with his skill set, how he could impact a game in the NHL. And he was one guy that went to rookie camp and was a force. He was a force through camp because of his size and strength. And obviously we gave first option to some older guys, and that was the only reason he wasn't in the lineup right away. And so I think he's capable, and he's a guy that can progress really fast as a mature older player with those attributes I mentioned.
All right.
Thanks, Don.
Yep.